So one of my goals for 2022 is definitely going to be not leaving my hair in a hair tie when it's wet. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Julie of Julie's Plans, and I didn't do my hair. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about the goals that I had set for myself in 2021. If you've watched my videos for quite some time, you'll know that I'm no stranger to the Moxie Life goal setting system. It is one of my all-time favorite goal setting systems. And honestly, my favorite thing about Moxie Life is the reflection part. So before I started setting my 2022 goals, I wanted to take a look back at my 2021 goals and take you guys along with me and see what worked and what didn't. Now, the purpose of this exercise isn't to torture myself and to like wallow in self-loathing, as the Grinch would say, and to just beat myself up about the things that I didn't get done, but it's more of a chance to reflect on the things that I did get done and why the things I didn't get done, why they didn't happen, right? Because my mindset is definitely in a much different place than it was at the end of 2020 going into 2021. And it was very, very clear when I was sitting down looking at my Moxie Life planner from 2021, and I was just like, oh my God. So my word of the year for 2021 was balance, and that was definitely something that I needed. I have absolutely no regrets with picking that word. It seriously felt like the one thing that I needed, and it was the one thing that I sort of missed the mark on with a lot of my goals for like the first 8 months of the year. Not gonna lie. I thought that my idea of balance meant having it all and managing it. And really what it turned out to be for me was saying no to a lot of things so that I could say yes to fewer things and feel content. Like, the balance part of everything truly had me feeling content. Once I realized what I actually needed and wanted out of my life and what my goals pretty much should have been, then I found that balance. And honestly, I can truly say that I found balance in my life about October timeframe. And I was really, really, really excited about it because in November, I was like, yes, this is it. My intentions for the year. I'm looking down at my Moxie Life. Sorry, I'm not pointing the camera down, but there are some things that I wrote in here throughout the year that are a little bit personal. So my intentions for the year were to find meaningful routines, focus on wellness, home management, get rid of stuff, declutter, and stress. That was one of my big, like, overarching intentions for the year. And a lot of that did happen. I wanted to find routines that worked and that were more fulfilling. I can tell you that, again, like in the first 6 months of the year, it didn't exactly happen because my focus was just on the wrong thing. And I'll get to more of that shortly. The 3 habits that I wanted to nurture were my AM and PM routine, reading, and self-care. The self-care part came pretty much at the end of the year, and again, it's just how this year went as a whole. And the big thing was embracing change and growth. Wow, there was a lot of change, and there was definitely a lot of growth. So one of my top goals for 2021 was to leave my 9-to-5 job. And I not only did that once, I did it twice. It was seriously like the biggest roller coaster and almost like a catalyst of how this year ended up happening for me. Yes, I left my 9-to-5 that I desperately wanted to leave. For those of you that don't know, I worked for the Department of Defense for well over a decade. I worked in various different roles, but the last role that I was in was truly just taxing on my mental health. I wasn't very happy. There wasn't a lot of room for growth, and I kind of knew that the only option for me at the time was to leave. Here's the caveat to that goal, though. I was just like not in the right headspace when I wrote this goal. My goal in writing the leave my 9-to-5 was to truly leave my 9-to-5 and embrace doing social media 24/7, 365 days a year. That was gonna be my main job. Why? Because at the time I thought that That's what I was supposed to do. As someone who was growing my platforms on social media and who has, for the most part, been pretty successful with it, I thought this is the next step, right? There always seems to be like these underlying, like, are you going to do this next? Are you going to do this next? This is what so-and-so did. And it started to feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. If I'm going to truly be successful here on social media, I have to leave my job. And I was so wrong. For me, I was so wrong. I know a lot of people do that. They love it. It does great things for their family, and that's great. That works for those people. I was not headed in the right direction in that mindset. I did leave my 9 to 5. I started another 9 to 5 in marketing, which again, I thought would lead me to ultimately being able to focus more on my own business. And that is not what happened. I ended up not focusing on my own business, not really having the best experience in that marketing job. And the emotional baggage that came from my previous job carried right over with me. I never truly stopped and took care of myself and figured out, is it the 9 to 5? Is it the 9 to 5 that I want to leave? Or is it just a different career path that I wanted? And ultimately this year I ended up getting into human resources, so a totally different career path. I still work a 9 to 5. I still go into the office, but it is one of the most fulfilling jobs that I have ever had. So yeah, I did achieve that goal, and no, I didn't achieve that goal, but I'm truly happy with where I'm at. And that's, I think, what ultimately matters when setting goals and achieving them. One of the other goals was to grow my business, and I feel like I've done that well. I've done it in sort of my own way. You guys know I don't do a lot of sponsorships, if any. I actually didn't do any this past year, and that really, really felt great. Now I do still do affiliate marketing. I love that part of it because I get to pick and choose what it is that I want to do and when I can give that much energy to something. So being able to continue to grow without making this my full-time job, for me, that's the dream come true, is still consistently being able to do this while also still growing my professional career. So the other goal was to move to Florida. Obviously, we did not move. That was also another part of the roller coaster that was 2021. We thought we were gonna move. Jesse's job just did not work out in Florida. It was another one of those blessing in disguises that we were just like, oh my God, like we got a place to live there, like not a permanent place, like an apartment, all of these things that we had done. And that leads to the next goal, which was financial growth. And we took a huge financial hit starting to move and then unmoving. We no longer had the luxury of the military moving us from place to place. So this was all on us. There was a relocation package with Jesse's job, but he didn't take it. Thank goodness he didn't, or else he would have been in a contract with a job that was absolutely awful. So we kind of dodged that bullet there, and we ended up staying here. So no, we didn't achieve the goal of moving to Florida, but we're happy with where we're at right now. So I feel like this was a goal that we didn't achieve, and we're kind of thankful for it. And again, on that financial goal situation was to save $10,000. That did not happen for several reasons. It was the moving and then the unmoving. I was unemployed for a short period of time. Jesse was unemployed for a short period of time. So pretty much what we were hoping to save, we just ended up using to support ourselves, and we didn't go into debt in that process. So that was extremely, extremely just something we were very thankful for. We were very thankful that we had set aside money for emergencies like this, where one or the both of us were unemployed, and that part just kind of worked out. We refused to jump into another career that we were extremely unhappy in, and we supported one another through it. And that is also just amazing, because going through one person losing a job in your family or another person can create so much stress. And if you have a partner that's not supportive, that can only make it 1,000 times worse. The next goal that I had was to create my own font. And you guys have been around here for a minute, then you know that yes, I was finally able to create my own font. It is available on my Etsy shop. You can either purchase an individual use purchase or a commercial license. So if you have a shop and you want to produce goods, merchandise with it, and resell it to other people, then you can do just that. It was probably one of the biggest highlights of 2021 for me, because it wasn't even on my radar to complete. I was still recovering from some things that happened earlier in the year and trying to get my headspace in the right place. And at that moment, I was really feeling like at an all-time high, and I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, let's start another project. And I did it, and it was great. And the way that it was received by the community was, it was the cherry on top of like a final quarter of the year that I was just like, wow, if I just do it scared, as Sierra says, because I was truly terrified to put my font out there. I thought that I just kind of let the external voices that are always there in the community tell me that it wasn't going to be good enough. It wasn't going to be nice enough. You know, people wouldn't like it. And honestly, if there's feedback out there like that, I don't know about it and I don't want to. So there's that. Then we move on to some other more professional types of goals, not regarding my human resources career. So one of my goals that I had put in my planner, and now I'm just kind of like rolling my eyes at it. Like, again, it just speaks to the headspace that I was in, because I thought that this is what I had to do to be successful. And I had put that I wanted 50,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I mean, if you look right around here, you can see I did not reach that. I did not even get close. And honestly, it didn't change my experience on here. It just made me realize that I didn't need that specific number to be successful. I've had the most amazing year on my channel. I've remained consistent. My viewership, is that a word? My views have remained consistent. My channel has grown slowly, which if you listen to any of the social media experts, it's better to grow slowly than to just like blow up and go viral for one or two things and then, you know, wither away into the universe of YouTube and never be seen again. So I'd rather have my experience on here be more consistent and slow, consistent growth on here. And it's also helped me to actually get to know the people that are viewing my videos. I see you guys when you're commenting, and I recognize your names or your handles here on YouTube, and it's great to see those familiar faces because it's like seeing a friend on YouTube. So another one of my goals in this same area was to have more collabs and more sponsorships. Again, I didn't do any sponsorships, and I'm so thankful that I didn't. So that's a goal that I didn't achieve that I'm quite happy about. Now, collaborations, as you know, in the last few videos, I have collabed with other creators. That is personally my favorite type of collaborating on here, specifically on this platform, is with other creators, not specifically brands, because it just feels like you're partnering up with friends and almost like tagging each other in videos. And it is just a great way to bring people from maybe different genres here on YouTube, like, you know, family vloggers or crafters, planners, things like that, just to bring them together. Or someone that uses a different style of planner than you might be pushed into that direction. You don't necessarily have to only follow or subscribe to people that use exactly what you're using. You can still gain all kinds of ideas and knowledge through them. So that's just, anyway, my long roundabout way of saying yes, I did collabs, and I'm so glad that I did, and I love this community for it, and I look forward to doing more in 2022. And then the last goal in like my YouTube social media area was to learn. I'm not even really sure what I meant by that. I've definitely wanted to learn more about videography, taking better photos, things like that. But honestly, I did not make the time this year. It just wasn't a really huge priority for me. But maybe that is something that I can do in 2022. All right, so that is it for the look back on my goals for 2021. It was definitely, like I've said several times, a roller coaster of a year. I haven't elaborated too much on just my mental health journey throughout the year, simply because I'm not ready to. But when I tell you that it was one of the most difficult experiences that I have ever been through, just please know that I'm glad that I didn't give up. That's all. All right, so before I cry off the rest of my makeup that I literally just put on for this video, I I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my video on Friday where I am going to walk you through setting up my goals for 2022 in my Moxie Life Planner. I'm really excited to do that this year. I don't think it's something that I did last year, but I kind of want to walk you through how I go about setting up my goals, specifically using the Moxie Life goal setting system. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you liked today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you were already subscribed, make sure you click that red notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.